going to call this meeting to order and get started. The first thing we're going to do is roll call, and we have 5 board members present, so we do have a quorum, and this meeting is open for business and legally binding. Item 3 is a motion to approve the agenda as presented.
So moved. Second.
Okay, is there discussion? Okay, all in favor of approving the agenda as presented? Any opposed? Okay, that motion carries unanimously. Item number 4 is our invocation and pledge of allegiance, and this afternoon CCHS Principal Mr. Ron Pinson is going to lead us in both.
Hey,
Yeah.
doing okay?
Yes.
All right, let's lead us in prayer. Heavenly Father, we want to thank you this evening for all that you do for us and to be able to come together once again and for the good of the cause of the school system. We ask that you guide us and lead us and protect us in all that you do. We appreciate all that you do for us. Thank you. Amen. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Mr. Pinson. Okay. Item 5 on your agenda is a motion to approve the minutes. We have a motion to approve May 15th, the public meeting, May 15th, the regular meeting, and June 7th, the special called meeting.
So moved. Second.
Is there discussion? Okay, all in favor of approving the minutes? Any opposed? Okay, that motion carries 4-1. Item 6 is the Finance Department, and the first item under that is item A, the monthly financials and bank reconciliations as presented by Ms. Laverne Williams.
Okay, and I wanted to present May. We should be at 67%. We are at 70% for revenues and 65% for expenditures, so we're doing really great. We are over 2 months operating fund, and that's all I have for financials.
Okay. Okay, item B there is a motion to approve the renewal of eBoard Solutions, $7,900. That'll go July 1st to June 30th, 2019.
So moved. Second.
Okay, is there discussion? Okay, all in favor of approving the renewal of eBoard Solutions? Okay, any opposed? That motion carries unanimously. Item 6C is a motion to approve posting a 12-month special education bookkeeper position.
So moved. Second.
Is there discussion?
Why are we posting a special education bookkeeper? I mean, we have one doing the job, and I didn't know she wanted another person.
Well, did you want to?
We're trying to streamline all of the departments, and so, you know, we have CMP, federal programs, and special ed, and so to get all of them a bookkeeper, that's kind of what we're thinking about. So it's...
All right, let me ask you this.
Okay.
We were over maintenance of effort in special ed. This money will come out of special ed money.
Yes.
So I know that was one reason we combined, so that we could start getting that down.
Yes.
So this will take us longer to get that down?
I think it's really about coding on the maintenance of effort, and I believe I can continue to make that go down. I think in the past it wasn't coded correctly, and so for this year I've brought it down for like $1 million, and so we're continuously making it go down further. So I don't think that it's still going to be coming from that pot of money, but I don't think it would hurt us.
Okay, is there further discussion?
Who will train this person?
Probably myself, and I'd probably get another bookkeeper. the current.
We would assume that Ms. Tracy Edwards is doing special education now, that she would assume the responsibility of making sure that person was trained. This is going to take an additional workload off of Tracy Edwards, who's already overwhelmed.
So Tracy wouldn't be doing special ed? I'm not
No,
understanding.
she is a half federal programs and,
Special ed.
yes,
Okay, so she would just be federal?
yes.
Okay.
And she
Basically
also has
put-
other things as well. She has.
Basically, just put it back the way it was.
Okay.
Right.
So then if we put this on special ed, then we'll be paying Tracy Edwards fully out of federal
Yes.
funds?
Is there further discussion? Okay, all in favor of approving the posting of 12-month special ed bookkeeper position? Any opposed? Okay, that motion carries 4-1. Item 7 is personnel. Can we have a motion to approve personnel items A through H?
So moved.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Okay, is there discussion?
All right, so I'm concerned, and I probably shouldn't be, but on these summer workers, I mean, I like for kids to work, but are we making sure that we're watching the money? Because we already hired 3, and we only had $1,197 to pay them, so now we're hiring 2 more?
Yes, and this is, and they get that same allotment, 1,100 and whatever, it's on that letter
Yeah, oh,
that's
they're getting
attached.
that each?
Each, yes, each of,
Oh,
they
I
get it
thought
from
we had to
11th
split
area,
it.
so
Okay.
theirs will come out of a different amount, but yes.
Well, I wondered who was getting to work so cheap.
And I think I understand,
No.
I think I understand that that's like programmed, and so it cuts off or some, I mean, I don't, they can't get, I mean, they can't get any more than that, right? We fix it to so that,
There's- No, but I think the bookkeeper is actually watching it, so
Monitoring
they
that.
know exactly
Yeah.
how much money to, yeah.
Okay.
I have a
Next.
question on the extended school year. This 16 hours employment, is that a misprint or what, explain why such a small amount we're gonna?
she had been approved, Ms. Coppedge is not in here, oh, are you, can you address that?
She was not in the first batch. What we do, the IEP team determines what the critical skills are or what the emerging skills are. In this situation, it was an emergency with a child who has a critically ill parent and lost a parent to death. And so it's just a few hours a week to maintain the things that we need for him to be successful when school starts back. It was just an emergency situation that happened in the last couple of weeks, so she wasn't in the first batch of approved teachers.
It just seemed like a low number. I was wondering what.
Typically, some of the kids are anywhere from 2 hours to 4 hours per week. It's not to provide any necessarily extra, it's just to maintain critical skills or to encourage emerging skills.
Okay, thank you.
And then I have another question. On these secretary positions, we didn't want to wait till school started to see, I know I asked the other day, because that's why we hired a .5 vice principal at Verbena,
Correct,
was to have somebody there all the time.
correct.
And I understand that they're going to do reading coach the other half part of the day.
Correct.
We don't want to wait to see how many students they have to do that with. I mean, we're going to hire a full-time secretary. That was why we hired the vice principal.
Well, that was, I think, the debate, and Mr. Moore's not here today, unfortunately, but the debate was that, and Mr. Moore and Mr. Davis were adamant that they needed a secretary located at the annex. And I think everybody, for the most part of the time, the board members' consensus was that they were in agreement with that. So that's how it came about.
All right, so out at Career Tech,
Correct.
how many students do we have out there now?
This year, as far as enrollment, I don't know, Mr. Norman. 480 students.
All right, we didn't think a bookkeeper could share or whatever, because I know we discussed that the other day too, that they have 2 bookkeepers.
Again, as I discussed in the work session, in all fairness to those 3 that were going to be affected by that, I would bring it back to the board for recommendation as long as all 3 were being served. And so that's the reason for bringing it back to you. But I will share with you that they do not have a secretary. That Mary Kelly, who serves as a bookkeeper, is the bookkeeper for the center, and Mary Mitchell, who took the place of a former bookkeeper who used to be located at the central office, does all the county, all 34 or 35 programs for the district. So there are 2 separate bookkeepers on the campus Right now, Ms. Kelly is having to serve as the secretary and the bookkeeper, and her job title is bookkeeper for the quartet.
And these two will come out of local funds.
They will.
Okay, is there further discussion on personnel items A through H?
Well, I guess we can vote for them
Oh,
individually, can we?
I did have one more, just for clarification, on the University of Montevallo with the student teachers and all, I think that's great. But do we have that contract with AUM or any other school?
We have a contract for placement. It's not, just like this one for Montevallo. Montevallo is our in-service center,
Right.
and so when they place student teachers, it does not go through central office. They place directly into the schools because they have that kind of relationship. We do have a contract with AUM and Sanford and UAB and other schools but they contact me and they place through this office whenever.
Okay, is there further discussion? All right. All in favor of approving personnel items A through H? Any opposed? Okay, that motion carries 4-1. Item 8 is school and shop request. We have a motion to approve A, B, and C.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, is there a discussion? Okay, all in favor of approving the school and shop request A, B, and C? Any opposed? Okay, that motion carries unanimously. Item 9 is old and new business.
Madam President, I would like to move this time that we go into executive session to discuss good name and character of an individual or individuals.
I second that.
Okay, do we have discussion? Okay, all in favor of going to executive session to discuss good name and character? Any opposed? Okay, that motion carries unanimously. So we'll, if you'll exit the boardroom, we'll go into session and then we'll reconvene. Okay, that motion carries unanimously. Okay, item 10 is.
Wait, we're still in old and new business. I didn't
Okay.
get to ask my questions. There was supposed to be a CMP scale presented for our lunchroom ladies, since all of that was wrong. I know we pulled it because the step-ups did not match. When is it gonna be presented back?
It wasn't pulled because they didn't match. It was pulled because at this point, at the time, we don't have a CMP director. And I didn't feel comfortable making the recommendation until we had a CMP director in place to reevaluate that. Ms. Williams does a really good job, but I don't think Ms. Williams' expertise is in determining salaries for CMP workers. And so I asked that that be pulled.
So are we gonna do it before school starts?
Well, I don't know. We have to get a CMP director first.
Well, I would like for us to look into fixing that.
Yes, ma'am.
And also, the other day, we discussed the Helping Family Initiatives program.
Mhm.
Are we gonna vote on that at a later date, or, because I would really like to see this program stay on. I mean, I know we've increased up to 62 students this year,
Mhm.
and it seems to be targeting our middle school, our 6th, 7th, and 8th graders.
Mhm.
And I just think this is a good program. Can it be looked into and put on the agenda?
I would think it could, absolutely. We're again, Ms. Williams and I have worked diligently to try to offset $1 million deficit, so I feel like maybe at some point we'll be able to approve that. It's just, I wasn't able to get the information I needed today to get it on the agenda, so, but I will be working toward that, absolutely.
And also, can I get a copy of our after-school program contract too, sometime?
Mr.
The
Jackson.
after-school program that we have, the contract?
Mr. Jackson knows those contracts, so she's referring to the after-school program contract that we just recently negotiated.
I think she would be entitled to a copy of it. Yes, sir.
Yep, we'll have Mr. Jackson provide you a copy.
That's all I got.
Okay. Item 10 is the superintendent's report. Under item 10, item A is secondary entrances. We need a motion to approve soliciting bids for the secondary entrances.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, is there discussion? Okay, all in favor of approving to solicit bids for the secondary entrances? Any opposed? Okay, that motion carries unanimously. 10B is a motion to approve principal contracts, and we need a motion to approve the contract of Kendall Jackson, Kelvin Bolware, and Corey Clements.
So moved.
Second.
Is there discussion? Okay, all in favor of approving those 3 principal contracts? Any opposed? Okay, that motion carries unanimously. And then item 10C is a motion to approve a coaching supplement for $1,200 for Mr. Campbell.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, is there discussion?
I don't have that on my agenda for some reason. It must have been added, it didn't get on mine.
Are you on the computers?
I am.
Is it one we had not paid, or?
It is.
I thought we put somebody in that place.
I'll just abstain since I don't have it.
And I apologize for Shannon, I don't
That's
know.
fine. I don't know what-
Does
maybe
all
I-
the rest of the board members have
I
that?
may have bumped it up.
It's
Yeah.
on the
Log out, log back in.
Yeah, it's, if you hit refresh, Mr. Shannon, it should be on your computer.
If you just click back to agenda on your screen, it should refresh.
Okay.
I
Just go
apologize.
ahead, that'd be fine, good.
Okay. All in favor of approving the coaching supplement, item 10C? Any opposed?
I'll abstain.
Okay, that motion carries with 4 in favor and 1 abstention. Okay, item 11. Is there a motion to adjourn?
Move that we adjourn.
I second.
Is there discussion? All in favor? Any opposed? That motion carries. You are adjourned.